listening to KNX. We have a caller on line 3 who says he worked at Cyberdyne Systems and wants to make a statement about the recent events at the facility. Caller, we'll give you the floor.
I can't give my name, not on the air, but I worked at Cyberdyne. I worked around Miles Dyson. He wasn't clueless. He knew something was wrong.
You say Dyson knew. What do you mean by that?
Dyson kept certain files hidden. He showed one piece to a few people in private. An articulated arm, servos, and tendon-like cables. I asked him where it came from and he told me, don't ask. That arm. Dyson recognized it as something not built for industry. He suspected it was from a machine. It's strange. Miles was always ecstatic about this top-secret project. We all were. We didn't care where this stuff came from. We just knew it got us years ahead of anything we could have imagined. Then, I got a mysterious call from Dyson's wife. She panicked, knowing that I was one of the few people Dyson worked closely with. She asked if I had been in the building during the attack on Cyberdyne. She explained everything to me. Mrs. Dyson told me she'd seen press reports from years back about a serial case from 1984, the phone book killer. She said that when the break-in happened at her home, she recognized the phone book killer among the Connors, but she trusted Miles's judgment when they began to talk about some end-of-the-world prophecy. After the explosion and the attention, she didn't want any more involvement. She walked away from Cyberdyne and said she didn't want anything to do with what came from that arm.
So you're alleging Dyson privately believed some recovered part was linked to other evidence, and that his family was aware?
I'm saying Dyson knew enough to be terrified. He believed that piece led to something far bigger than a single machine. I don't have everything. I have notes, a torn memo referencing a military serial ID. I have a couple of photographs, grainy things I can't prove in court. This isn't polished evidence, but it's there.
And what about the Connors? Their names surfaced during the Cyberdyne incident. Sarah Connor, John Connor, both reported on the scene. What do you know about them?
Almost nothing. They've made themselves ghosts. Neither Cyberdyne nor the FBI had files worth a damn. The only trace I ever saw was a record that Sarah Connor once lived in the greater Los Angeles area, and even that came from old police paperwork. Her school files are gone, vanished, as if someone wiped them clean. As for John, there's nothing. No records, no history except the obvious. If Sarah lived here, John must have been here at some point too. But officially, it's like they don't exist. But listen, this isn't about them. This is about what Miles knew, what he feared, and what Cyberdyne is still burying. When I took one of the photos in for review, a detective filed it. Then the file went quiet. 2 weeks later, there were men outside my building. A van that didn't leave. Footsteps. I thought it paranoia. Now they're at my door. If this airs, if anyone gets this, look into the steel mill accident. Look for a torn arm. Look at salvage reports. And be careful. They don't come as soldiers. They come as men who don't age.
Hello? Caller? Caller? Well,
This is an activation of the emergency broadcast system. The transmission you have just heard contained unauthorized and unverified claims. Federal review confirms that the material originated from an unlicensed signal source. The information presented was false. No verified records exist to support the statements regarding Cyberdyne Systems, or any alleged incidents involving its employees. Viewers are advised to disregard the broadcast. Do not redistribute its contents by recording, duplication, or word of mouth. Any further circulation may constitute a federal offense. This concludes this activation of the emergency broadcast system. Normal programming will now resume.